Hello, my loves. Welcome to another video. It has been a little bit longer than I would have liked between videos, but we are here and I hope you guys are excited. So this video is just going to be a little catch up with me, a little chit chat of what's been going on in my life, what I have been up to, and yeah, just things like that. So if you want to just chit chat, if you want to just tune in, if you want to join me in a little reflections video, please keep watching. So I feel like I need to spray myself. I have this Aura spray. It was like one of those little spray bottles that came in the monthly subscription boxes that I was subscribed to for a little bit last year. I'm actually thinking of resubscribing because it was kind of fun to know I was going to have a little box of goodies to look forward to each month, and kind of want to do that again. So we'll see. I just got done with a client's one-on-one session. So that session went really, really well. I feel just really good. I feel energetically good. I feel kind of like I'm rolling up here energetic wise because, connecting with spirit and whatnot is just a nice thing. But as I start to settle, my energy will probably start to drop. As you watch this video, I'll be able to ground myself. So anyways, I wanted to just kind of talk updates because this month has been kind of weird. It's been kind of almost in a fast forward motion for the last 2 weeks. And today is the day that it's finally starting to go back to normal. My sister came into town and was visiting. She came in on the 8th of January and she was here up until today. So this morning she flew back home with her family, but she was here for the last 2 weeks. And the last 2 weeks I had to put my spirit business on a temporary hold. I was not taking any one-on-one sessions, any video readings that were booked. I was just waiting for this week to get to them. And I literally was just positioning myself in family mode and making myself available to my family and my sister, just to do last minute plans, because that's the way my sister rolls. My sister is a very spontaneous, last minute kind of a person. And I am not. I am the opposite. I am more of a planner. So that kind of clashes whenever she comes to visit because she doesn't plan anything and I have to just roll with it. Otherwise, I will never see them. So anytime she would text me last minute or things came up last minute to, hey, we're going to do this or whatever, I just wanted to make sure I was 100% available and able to just get up and go. So that's what I was doing for the last 2 weeks. It was nice. It was nice to see family. It was nice to see my nephews and just spend time with everybody. What else did I do this month? I've been on a reading slump. That's the other thing. I think I was on a reading slump for about a good week. I'll be honest. I finished 2 books this month. The last book I read was the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. And I'll talk about it in my January wrap-up video, but it was a really, really good book. Really, really good. So if you're thinking of reading it, definitely pick it up because it was really, really good. After I read that, I needed like a day to kind of digest everything that I just read because it's one of those books where all of the action is really like towards the second half of the book. And it was intense. Very intense. And then I couldn't figure out if I wanted to read thriller, like another horror book, love. I was just kind of like not really sure. I wasn't really feeling it. I started to read Housemaid because I heard really good things about that book and it just didn't capture my attention. Like it's still on my list. Like it's going to be on my TBR for another time to read, but it just wasn't the time for it. And then I got busy with family And yeah, it was like probably a week of me not reading anything. So I don't feel so bad about it because I kind of figure I was busy. So it's just one of those things, you know, it's not like I was not reading because I just didn't want to. I was literally busy. But I did pick up a book yesterday. So yesterday I started to read The Perfect Marriage. It is a thriller slash, well, I don't know if I would really call it romance, but it has elements of romance in it, but it's more of like a murder mystery kind of a thing. And it is really, really good. So I'm only like 20% of the way through, and it is really juicy. It's very capturing, like just the content is ridiculous. So yeah, so going through this one, I'm going to try to read 100 pages today. I'm trying to read 100 pages a day with a book so I can finish it faster. But I'm not putting pressure on myself. It is what it is. Reading 100 pages a day is just, for me personally, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm kind of have a brain fog because I'm trying to like come down from my reading. Reading 100 pages is, it's a step up for me because I just would read slow and barely would read much per day. So I've been doing really well. So, you know, thumbs up for me, pat on the back, pat on the shoulder for me. But yeah, I'm trying. That's the goal, 100 pages. What else? What else has been going on? Oh, I have videos. I have a deck reveal video, and I'm probably going to film it tomorrow because I don't think I have any one-on-one sessions booked. So I think I'll be able to film it tomorrow, but I do have a deck reveal video. It's like I think it's 4 decks that I need to share with you guys. So a publisher creator reached out to me to review the decks, and I need to do that. So I have to film that. And I've just been wanting to kind of bring in some kind of a new tarot topics to talk about. And I think I want to bring back my tarot and tea because I started this like a couple years ago where it was like spilling the tarot tea or something. I don't know. I don't even know how I would say it, but it was like spilling the tarot tea. And then I would talk about a topic related to tarot or reading tarot or being a tarot reader. And it was just a really fun little theme to do. So if you're curious to see the ones that I've done previously, I do have a playlist for it. I'm pretty sure it's Sippin' Tarot Tea or Tarot Tea. I don't know. It's in the playlist. If I could link it, I'll link it in the description box, but I do have a few videos there where I discuss tarot topics, or I would even open up on my Instagram. I would ask people to submit questions, and then I would answer your questions about tarot and stuff like that. So I kind of want to start that up again because that was really fun. And this year, my whole desire to get back to the roots of my spiritual practice and all of that, it really resided with tarot cards. So I really want to kind of swing back into the tarot realm. Speaking of that too, being for me, going back to the root of the tarot practice and talking about, the tarot cards and all of that, I also have to say when it comes to mediumship, I'm not permanently stepping away from mediumship, but I am definitely veering away from mediumship heavily. It's not the center of my practice, and I don't know if it will ever become the center of my practice. I just don't feel connected to do that right now. There's reasons. I have my reasons. I had a falling out of love. I guess we could say I fell out of love of mediumship towards the end of last year, right around the time when I had my little break, my social media break. And it just hasn't felt right for me. I don't know if it's just, I feel like maybe I need more development with it. Maybe I just need to kind of spice up my, take some classes and just get back into the groove. But I'm just not feeling it right now. And because I'm not feeling it, I'm not forcing it. So I did remove my Spirit Me and You one-on-one session offering from my website. And I'm pretty much leaving it where if we're in a tarot session and spirit comes in and I feel them, I will obviously totally tap in and relay a message to you, but I'm not going to start a session with the intention of doing mediumship because it's just not my calling right now. It just doesn't feel, I just don't feel connected for it. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Like today's session, obviously I had the mediumship connection with my client's person. So it just depends, but I'm not going to force it. That's pretty much it. Like, I'm not going to force the connection. I didn't want any confusion with it. And plus my tarot sessions, literally the one-on-one tarot me and use, those are the sessions that are booked the most. It's what I'm known for. I'm known for my psychic readings. I'm known for my tarot card readings. My tarot card readings are not just tarot cards. Like, I do the oracle cards. I do just connecting energetically. Like, sometimes it's medical mediumship that comes through. Sometimes it is mediumship that comes through. It just depends. But that's kind of where my sweet spot is, and that's kind of where my focus is right now. So I just wanted to share that. I feel like I disappoint people when I say that I'm not doing mediumship right now, but I have to listen to myself, like my body and my energy, and mediumship really just sucks the energy out of me, and it's not on my radar right now. So also, other update, I did pick up myself up a Stanley, so I kind of feel funny sharing that. Oh, so good. But no, I did not fight anybody in stores for this cup. I actually ordered it off their website. I didn't even get the big one. Like, this is a pretty big cup. But it's the 30 ounce, and I guess like the one that everyone goes crazy over is the 40 ounce. So 30 ounce is more than enough for me. It's kind of similar to the size of a regular Starbucks cup that I use. And it has ice in it. So I put ice in this baby last night with water, and I filled her up, drank most of the water, added more water. The ice is still going. So yeah, does it work? Yes. Does it keep your drink cold? Yes. And that's one thing that I like, because the Starbucks cups, like the regular ones that I always have when I'm doing my videos and you guys see me drinking my water, those do not keep the drinks cool. The ice will always melt. So it's kind of nice to have something that does it. But why did I pick up a Stanley? Because it's mint. As you can see, it is a mint green color. And I love green, is my favorite color, all shades of green, but mint, I could not say no to that. So one and only, will not be buying any other ones. That's the only Stanley I will buy, but I had to have the mint one. It is so beautiful, and I love it, and it makes me happy. So Pisces season, total Pisces season cup here. But I just thought I would share. I think that's pretty much it. I'm just really like allowing myself to kind of enjoy day by day the month of January, and just really like sliding into the new year and all of that. Today is actually special because today, if you haven't seen it all over your Instagram, January 20th, today is the day that Pluto moves into the sign of Aquarius. And it's a big deal because he does his transits very slowly, because he's the slowest moving planet in our solar system. So it takes him years to move through a sign. And when he moved into Capricorn, it was 2008. So from 2008 to 2024, we were stuck in the Capricorn sign with Pluto. Pluto was in Capricorn. And now that he's coming out of that, a lot of this reflection time of the transformation of your life is happening for people. So pretty much, long story short, if you have to kind of know your birth chart to see where Pluto is in your birth chart. but the house that is your Capricorn and your Aquarius will show you what areas in your life this transit is going to influence. And so for me, Pluto in Capricorn was in my eighth house, and that's the eighth house of death and rebirth. So it was like a double whammy of like transformation. And today in my Instagram stories on my private account, I did a little timeline of everything that happened in my life. Not everything, but big themes, big changes that took place in my life while Pluto was in Capricorn from 2008 through 2024. I won't list it here because this is kind of more public, but if you follow my private account, you'll probably have seen my Instagram story. And if you didn't see it, it wasn't meant for your eyes. But basically, there was just a lot of transformation. And I mean, like 15 years, I think it's like 15, 16-ish years. That's a lot of time for change. But when you really look at the massive transformations that happened in your life in that time frame, it just kind of goes with the whole Pluto being the planet of transformation and lessons. So he is all about shadows and lessons. So a lot of people are seeing, they're dealing with their shadows. They're dealing with like really tough lessons and growth. And now that he's in the sign of Aquarius, it's a whole different energy from Capricorn. So Capricorn's really like, Capricorn, right? They're just really like focused on money. They're focused on hard work. They're focused on jobs. They're focused on being leaders, just all of that. And Aquarius is more on the people, the community. Aquarius is more about socializing and innovation and discoveries and inventions and new things and hippie stuff. So I think we're going to see a lot of transformation in our lives in different parts of our lives, but with the themes of Aquarius. So it's kind of nice to see that. So anyways, I could go completely in depth about it, but I don't want to bore you guys. But yeah, that's what today is. So it's just been a reflection day for me. I've just been reflecting on my own personal life and my growth. And yeah, another cool thing that happened today. I think it's just so crazy how life happens. But last night I had a dream and my grandma visited me in my dream. So my grandma passed away a couple years ago, and I had not had a spirit visit from her since she passed. I have had many signs from her. So she does appear to me as the hummingbird. And again, if you follow my Instagrams, I will post the hummingbird. So in 2000 and I don't even remember, 2002, 2001. Oh, I feel like I have to sneeze. Sorry guys. I had to sneeze. I should have checked to see what year my grandma passed. I feel like that's so horrible that I don't know. Let me check. Hang on. Okay. So my grandma passed. She passed in 2022. I always get 2021, 2022 mixed up, but my grandma passed in June of 2022. And kid you not, in November-ish, I want to say it was like November, October, actually maybe it might even be October of 2022, a hummingbird that I ended up naming the sheriff, because I would have this joke with my husband that this hummingbird would be a sheriff and patrol our backyard because he would not let any other hummingbirds by the feeder. And so the sheriff was hanging out in our backyard every day from October through I think the end of January or early February was the last time I saw him, and then he kind of flew away, or I don't know. I like to think that he flew away, but who knows? Maybe something happened to him. But yeah, and so for those months, every day, and if you followed me on Instagram at that time, I would post it in my stories. I would go sit outside, I would have my coffee, and he would be there every morning. every day. And it was just the most magical thing because I was able to get really, really close to this bird, this hummingbird. Like, I was to the point where he was like, I would be maybe not even a foot away from him, and he would just be sitting there, on his little plant or whatever. And I was able to get close up pictures of this bird. So it was really magical. And then I have some pictures shortly after my grandma passed. I think it was like the day she passed. There was a rainstorm. It rained. And then there was a rainbow. I think I saw a cloud formation of a whale the day before she passed. And whales have always been a symbol for me of my spirit animal, but also they show up for me in dreams. I dreamt of a whale before my brother passed away. The day before, I had a dream I was surrounded by whales. And then the day before my grandma passed, I saw a whale cloud formation in the sky. So there was just all these like strong, impactful signs from her. And I actually had the hummingbird fly like literally practically by my face. He also flew and touched my books that I had on the little table outside. I just had the most intense connection with the hummingbird. And so he was there, and it was just a really, like, he really helped my grief journey with my grandma. And then I was waiting for my grandma to visit in dreams, and she never did. My brother would come into my dreams almost instantly after he passed, and my grandma never came up in my dreams. So I waited, and it was, a good 2 years. And then finally, last night, she showed up. So in my dream, I was standing like on the stairs, and like I was overlooking this like green, I don't know, just this green expansive land. And there was a lot of people in my dream, like they were all over the place in front of me, and it was like kind of like a crowd. And then all of a sudden, like she comes walking through the crowd, and just I saw her face, and just the way that she smiled, the way that she looked. I have a photo of her, which was just like exactly how she looked. She sparkled. So they say when spirit visits you in dreams, I've heard some mediums say they will sometimes be glowing, like there's like an aura around them, kind of like how you see the Virgin Mary, like how she has that aura around her. It's kind of like that. So sometimes you'll see that. Sometimes it's like they have blue eyes, like very like sparkly blue eyes. That's how my brother, he showed up with the blue eyes for me. And it was still him, and it was still his eyes. He didn't have blue eyes in real life, but his eyes were really blue. I remember seeing that. She just sparkled. It was like there's like the you seeing her in color, and then she just vibrated in this sparkly glow. And the weird part was she was wearing this like purple slash fuchsia colored blouse, and it was so vibrant in color. It made me remember how when people have like near death experiences, they say like in heaven the colors are just unimaginable. It's like the colors the colors we're used to here on earth are just nothing like in heaven. And so I remember looking at her blouse, and it was just like this shimmery morphing of purples and fuchsias that I couldn't even put my finger on what color it was, but the only word in my mind was purple. And then her hair, so my grandmother's hair was, she would pin curl it and she would fluff it out, and she had lavender hair. It was very pale lavender, like almost like a gray white, but with purple hint. It was just the most beautiful thing. And so I just Loved it. And the crazy thing about it is Sheriff, or my hummingbird, he had a purple patch here on his throat. It was like a purple fuchsia. So it would look purple, and then when the sun hit it, it would be like a fuchsia color. And it just kind of resonated when I saw my grandma in my dream. I was like, that she was my hummingbird. Like, they were the same things. So it was just like so sweet to see that. And I was able to hug her. And just when you have a spirit visitation dream, when you're holding them or you're hugging them, or, you know, the interaction that you have with them, it feels real. It feels real. And that's how you know it's a spirit visitation. So I had that sensation of like holding her. I could hear her voice in my mind. It was just the most beautiful thing. But she just, it was just the best thing ever. And I just remember when I woke up, I was like, like it's just that feeling of like, you don't want to wake up because you don't want it to end. And then as soon as I woke up, I started to cry because it was just such a beautiful gift. And that's the thing about spirit visitation dreams is you never know when you're going to have it, and you want it to last forever, and it just feels so real because it is. And it's just the best thing ever. So waking up today with the spirit visitation dream, this Pluto and Aquarius transit, really just coming out of this like period of a lot of tough lessons that I've been having recently and just through the years, it just feels so good to be where I'm at right now. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. It got all dark here in my office. I think the clouds are starting to roll in because it's supposed to rain. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of a vibe. But anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys too because I just thought that that was really sweet. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I want to give myself time to edit this and upload it so it'll be ready for tomorrow. And yeah, I hope to be back with more videos. And I wanted to check in with you guys and, you know, let you know everything's well. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. I hope you've been enjoying your new year so far. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video very soon. Take care. Love you guys.